new video.
Hi folks, good evening. We didn't quite catch the end of Tina and Chris's set, but what we did see was great. I don't know if we'll be able to follow that or not. Could somebody, there's somebody watching, so we must be live right enough. Thank you. As I said, that was a great set by Tina and Chris.
My feet are still tapping.
The Scottish music, Scottish folk music, a lot of it's been influenced by the travelling people. A lot of Scottish folk songs and a lot of stories as well. There was a traveller called Betsy White, and thank you, Elaine. There was a traveller called Betsy White, and she wrote a book rather, about the travelling folk. She was a traveller herself, and she called the book Yellow on the Broom, and that inspired. It was about the travelling folk, and that inspired Adam McNaughton to write a song about the travelling people, and he just called the song the same as the book. He called it Yellow on the Broom. So
that's a good joining in song, isn't it?
Well, yeah, hopefully anyway. So we'll try this Yellow on the Broom and see how that comes across.
We didn't figure this out very well.
No, it's
just a wee bit.
of course you
okay.
can.
Otherwise, a nice picture of our wall with the sun shining on it.
Yellow on the Broom by Adam McNaughton.
Can you dinna like
Still linger here in town,
but the Scotties I must cry and try to bring us down, and it's hard to raise 3 pennies on a single flea-box room, but I'll take you on the road again when yellow's on the broom, when yellow's on the broom, when yellow's on the broom. I'll take you on the road again when yellow's on the broom. The Scaldies cry as tinker dirt and the sconser wins the school. But who cares what a Scaldie thinks, but a Scaldie's but a fool. They've never heard the Orlan sang, nor seen a flaxen bloom, for they're aye cooped up in houses when yellow's on the broom, when yellow's on the broom, when yellow's on the broom. They're aye cooped up in houses when yellow's on the broom. No sail for pegs nor baskets new, say just to stay alive. We've had to work at Scaldie jobs from 9 o'clock till 5. But we cannae man our measter, for we own the world's room, and we'll bid farewell to Brecon when yellow's on the broom, when yellow's on the broom, when yellow's on the broom. We'll bid farewell to Brecon when yellow's on the broom. I'm weary for the springtime, take up the road Jim's mare to the plantain on the Perlin and the berry fields of Blair, and meet up where kinfolk they all the country run, when the Gannabout folk take the road when yellow's on the broom, when yellow's on the broom, when yellow's on the broom, when the Gannabout folk take the road when yellow's on the broom, when yellow's on the broom, when yellow's on the broom. I'll take you on the road again when yellow's on the broom.
Yellow's on the Broom. don't think Tina and Chris have got anything to worry about here. Anyway,
We could do with setting up this camera better. We could probably do with making sure we start in the right key a bit better. And we'll give it another try.
yes, I'd love to. This next song's by Matt McGinn, and he wrote a lot of funny songs, and it's about two wifeys going to the bingo. In these days, that was a housewife's recreation. Thanks, Sarah. And that was a housewife's recreation. And when we sing this song, it takes me back to the days when my ma would go to the bingo with my older sister, older married sister, and if they won anything, they would split the prize money 50-50 regardless of who had the winning ticket. Because sadly, just like today, people didn't have a lot of money, you know. And of course, there was always a chance that, or the big win, you know, what they called the snowball. If you won the snowball, that was a big win. So this is a song by Matt McGinn, it's called Bingo Bella. And I think it should be sings this one.
I think it might be. See if I can get the right key. Thanks, away. We down to collect you for the bingo bella, a rendezvous in the Gallagher. Mind Bella, don't be late. We've got to be there before the crowd starts queuing. Remember, when we get there, Bella, we're gonna be trying for the big snowball. And whether it's win or lose, we'll have a damn good beat of the booze. Tomorrow night at the Southside Bingo Ball. If it hadn't been for Maggie McGill, wouldn't yon one McGill? 722 smackers, hasn't spoken to a neighbour since then. After tapping them for 17 years, mind you, there's one thing nice: lightning never strikes the same place twice. So we will have a chance at the Southside Bingo Ball. We'll be catching the bus to the Bingo Bella. We will alight at the Gorbals Cross. Pie and beans, no tomato sauce, till we can lay our hands on that snowball. Then we'll be heading for the Taxi Bella, to the Regano with your 10-bob tip. And when they ask us what we want, we'll say, pour a suit à crème de menthe. Tomorrow night at the Southside Bingo Ball. That's all.
Well done. That's good for that.
Well, you never did win the snowball, but remember the time Margaret went without your mum?
Oh, aye, and she wouldn't.
And she won about £100, which then I think it probably in the 60s,
That was the 60s,
was a lot of money. Yeah. And she asked the man to pay her out in
£1 notes,
£1 notes, and even probably 10-bob notes. Put it all in her bag and came back to the house and said to mum,
say to mum, see what we've won.
See what we've won, and tipped it out on the table.
Turned out on the table.
Oh, felt like the world.
Oh, aye. It was brilliant. Now, as you're probably aware, in the 1800s, fish was one of the staple foods, like, you know. And at Fisherall, a former harbour and fishing village near Musselburgh, the boats would come in and the fishwives would process the fish for sale. And this first song is about a fisher lassie who gets herself into a bit of bother
Oh dear.
with a lad.
Oops.
And they both have to do penance in the church. So that's the first one. And then it goes straight into another one. That first one is called Is I Coming by Fisher Out. And the second one, this next song, that follows straight on for that. It's about the fisher lasses that started up about Stornoway, and they would meet the fishing boats coming in to the harbour. And they would take the fish, they would gut it, they would pack it into barrels and with salt to preserve it. And when they'd got all that done, then they would, and it was hard backbreaking work, when they got all that done, they would move down the coast to the next, down the east coast, to the next fishing port, a fishing village. And meanwhile, the men would be on the trawler and they'd go away, they would sail down to the port. But on their way down, of course, they were catching more fish. Then when they came into the port, they would offload the fish. The lasses would do the same again, they would process the fish. So on, they would work their way right down the east coast. They stop at each port, meet the trawlers, gut and pack the fish, and then they continued in until they reached Yarmouth. That was the big port, and there was loads of fish there, came in there. And the women travelled by train. And the song's called, it would be the late 1800s, I think, maybe early 1900s.
Yeah.
And the song's called The Song of the Fish Gutters, and it was written by Ewan McCall. And as I say, really hard, back-breaking work, But
Fingers cut to ribbons as well.
Oh.
I think there was a lot of accidents. The women used to tie their fingers, and they were wrapped round bits of material,
aye.
so they could get a better grip of the knife because it was cold, it was icy, so yeah.
As I come
Oh, as I came in by Fisher, oh, mussel butter was near me. I threw off my mussel poke and courted wi' my dearie. Upstairs, downstairs, till her stairs fears me. I thought it line to lie lane when I'm seen here, my dearie. Oh, had my prune blitten doon, the cat could not hae kent it. Now the word skin round the tune, I fear I can't amend it. Upstairs, downstairs, timmer stairs fears me. I thought it long till I'm lane when I'm seen here, my dearie.
Oh, it's you mun mount the cottage stool, and I mun mount the pillar. That's the way the pair folk day, because they hae nae siller. Upstairs, downstairs, timmer stairs fears me. I thought it long till I'm lane when I'm seen here, my dearie.
Come a ye fisher lassies ein, come awa wi me. Fi Kenbalg and Kimry and fi Inverallie, fi Bucky and fi Aberdeen, all the country round. We're a what to get the heron, we're a what to Yarmouth tune. You rise up in the morning with your bundle in your hand. Be at the station early or you'll surely hate to stand. Tak plenty to eat and a kettle for your tea, or you'll maybe die of hunger on the way to Yarmouth Quay. The journey it's a long and it takes the day or twa, and when you reach your lodging sure as soon to sleep you fall, but your eyes at 5 with the sleep still in your ear. You're a what to find the garden, yeah, it's along the Yarmouth Quay. It's early in the morning and it's late into the night. Your hands all could chop it and they look an unca sick, and you grieve like a wine when you put them in the bree. And you grieve,
You
wish you were 1,000 miles away for Yarmouth Quay. There's coopers there and curers there, buyers, canny chills, and lasses at the pickling, and others at the creels. Do you wish the fish had been all left in the sea by the time you finish cutting herring on the Yarmouth Quay? We've gutted fish in Lerwick, Stornoway and Shields, worked along the Humber amongst the barrows and the creels. Whitby, Grimsby, we've travelled up and down, but the place to see the herring is the quay at Yarmouth tune. Come all ye fisher lassies ein, come awa wi me. Fi Cairnball in Gimri, fi Inveralachie, fe Bucky and fe Aberdeen, no the country round. We're a water cut the heron, we're a water Yarmouth tune.
Well done, we got. The Fisher lasses. Hard work. Now, people at a certain age will remember what a clippy was.
You remember?
Aye, we remember. Aye. A clippy, for those that don't know, was a bus conductress. And you would get on the bus and she would be inside the bus, the driver would be driving the bus.
In his own wee cabs.
In his own wee cab, and she would be on the bus, downstairs and upstairs, and she would go about and she would ask for your ticket. She would sell your ticket first. She had a wee black bag and she would put her money into that wee black bag. When you paid her for your fare, you would get your ticket, and then she would punch a hole in it once, and you would do your journey, and when you got to the end of your journey, she would then punch a hole in it again, and that was that ticket finished. You couldn't, there was no way you could use it again because it had the 2 holes punched in it. So that was the idea. It would. They could be a bit, if they had to, they could be a bit sharp.
You got a nippy clippy.
Oh, you could be nippy, but it didn't take any nonsense, and quite rightly so, you know. I don't know, you get half the trouble on the buses now if you start them. So this song was written by Jim Watt, and it's called The Celtic Clippy. And it's a wee bit of a love song. It's about a guy that's trying to get off where, you know. So here we go, it's called The Celtic Clippy.
We've travelled round this country, fish shore to shining shore, to the swamps so up to Derren, to the jungles of Moor. But in all these far-flung places, there's none that can compare with the lily hole and Finnis. She's that bonny Maggie Blair, but she's just a Celtic clippy. She'll no take me advice. It's that trotty to walk by your head, or I'll punch her ticket twice. Her father's just a waster, her mother's on the game. She's just a Celtic clippy, but I love her just the same. For the pyramids up in Kelty, to the mansions of Glencraig, we've trod the bends together, in money's the Blystravaig. Trod sunrise over Crosshill, trod Parkhaven's golden sands, and money's the happier is spent in Logelly's happy lands. But she's just a Celtic clippy, she'll no take me advice. It's that trotty to walk by your head, and I'll punch her ticket twice. Her father's just a waster, her mother's on the game. She's just a Celtic clippy, but I love her just the same. Now she hasn't got me culture, she drives me round the bend. She sits every night on her old armchair, reading the People's Friend. Her lapels is full of badges, frae Bucklands do not dare. And she gangs to the bingo every night, with the colours still in her hair. For she's just a Celtic clippy, she'll no take me advice. It's that trotty to walk by your head, and I'll punch her ticket twice. Her father's just a waster, her mother's on the game. She's just a Celtic clippy, but I love her just the same.
Well, I met her on the 8:15 at Nick Bliss. I said, hey Mike, put in your bag and gives a wee bit kiss. Oh, she didn't take that kindly, no she didn't like my chaff, and being a contrary kind, the lass she said,
come on, get off.
Well, she's
just a Celtic clippy, she'll no take me advice. It's that trotty to walk by her head, and I'll punch her ticket twice. Her father's just a waster, her mother's on the game. She's just a Celtic puppy, but I love her just the same.
Well, things is a wee bit different. You have got the line. I wanted to volley at the pitch and toss last night on the Lindsay bet. With a wee black bag and a ticket machine, she did my heart and snare. She's a lily, oh, I'm for it. She's the bonny Maggie Blair.
For she's just a Celtic puppy, she'll no take me advice. It's that trotty double while you eat, and I'll punch her ticket twice. Her father's just a waster, her mother's on the game. She's just a Celtic puppy, but I love her just the same.
But I love her
just the same. Thanks for listening in,
I
folks.
think that's your time up. We'll have to go because David will be waiting to come on now. You maybe get some good music now.
Thanks for listening,
Thank
folks.
you very much for listening. Bye.